Hello guys, this will be my first instructional video. What we're going to do is we're going to repair an obviously busted power outlet for an XM boombox. It started to tear away at the insulation, and of course the wires touched. Boombox shuts off, makes me mad, I throw things. It's not a pretty sight. So what we're going to do, pull this out here, so we're going to slide this little rubber garment back, shave off the bad parts of the wires, solder the wires back together, and then use heat shrink to seal them back off, and then of course put the whole thing back together with some good old super glue. Well, after epic fail 1, we've decided we're going to cut the rubber grommet off because it's apparently glued. Let's hope I don't slice my fingers off. I would really prefer not to. Ooh, that was close. There. Let's try cutting the other side too. Sounds like my wife's home. She'll be confused, as she usually is. There she goes. Oh, sometimes I wish I had smaller hands. There we go. Now, cut this insulator in half. Pull it apart there, like so. And then we will commence to removing this crap. Unnecessary junk. Which I'm sure it's rock solid attached to it. Oh, no, not as bad as I thought. Crap. If you notice, I have one wire apart to give me better access, but I have the other wire attached so as not to get them crossed. Here. Looks like it needs to be clipped. My handy dandy clipper grater things. Ha ha. Clip it right here. Get rid of that crap. And we'll match up the wire like so. Looks like about, oh, I'd say 12 gauge there. Maybe, nah, 14. Ugh, stripper clean. Nice clean wire. The other side, we'll inspect it, but it looks pretty clean. Yeah. Then we're going to take it. I like to do a twist pattern, leaving no edges. Then, and here's the key point. This is the difference between a repair that'll last a month and a repair that'll last a year, or even longer. Is solder. Soldering the wire essentially bonds it permanently. I only learned how to do this about a year and a half ago, at least do it well, so get out of my way. I've done it religiously since. Now, if you're going to solder a wire together, I do not suggest using a soldering iron. They typically don't get hot enough. What I'm using is a Welder 8200N soldering gun. It's 100 to 140 watts. It's got a brand new tip on it, although it can't quite tell. And then I like to use Radio Shack .062 60-40 soldering iron. That's 60%, I believe, nickel and 40% lead, but I'm probably way off on that. And what you want to do, I don't know if you can see or not, is you don't want to put your solder right on the iron. You want to heat the wire till the wire is as hot as the soldering iron and let the solder absorb into the wire. You'll be able to tell because it'll stop being blotchy and it'll actually look literally like chrome water just soaking into it. Takes a little while. We'll put a little bit on there. Just see if we can heat her up. Ah, we're stuck. Get unstuck. Go away. Sometimes it helps to put a little bit of solder on the end. See how it just soaked into that? Just absolutely soaks into the wire. And it literally looks like we just put a chrome finish on the wire. Okie dokie. Okay, next step after you solder your wire together is, in my opinion, the best kind. You add your shrink tube. It's quite simple. It's a tube made out of plastic designed to shrink and seal the wire. It's exceptionally best in cases where the wire is going to be exposed to grime, dirt, moisture, anything like that. I pretty much prefer to use it on everything. It just makes a clean, nice joint. Normally I would use my nice propane torch, but seeing as how close we are to all these sensitive little instruments, we're going to use a Bic. As you can see, or not see, I can't really tell, you just run it along the heat shrink and it shrinks and just absorbs itself right around that wire. Just as perfect as could be. This happens to be very cheap stuff. I got it at a truck stop, so it's not the greatest, but it works. Ta-da! Dun-da-da-da! I rule. Okay, and that's basically it. I'll go ahead and do the other wire, and then I'll route and put it back together. And as you can see, I decided not to go with super glue because I got to thinking if I had to make any kind of repairs again, it'd be nice to be able to just pop it off, so I went with wrapping electrical tape around it. Not the greatest, but what the hell, I'm a redneck. What do you expect? String connectors, wires connected, no more exposed wires, no more headaches for Kyle. That's it. Next time I'll see you. What you doing, buddy? I know. You're not a garage puppy. You're a house puppy. What you doing? What you doing? Bandit, come here. Come here. Up. Up. Right back down. You just went back in the house. You want to play with your buddy Riley. That's what you want. Besides, I think I hear Mom. Bandit. Okay, you're not going to play long.